ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। वन्दे गजेन्द्रवदनं वामाङ्कारूढवल्लभाशिष्टं कुङ्कुमपरागशोणं कुवलयनीजारकोरकापीडं श्रीसिद्धलक्ष्मीसहितवल्लभा महागणाधिपति परब्रह्मदेवताभ्यो नमः। वन्दे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरं रक्तशुक्लप्रभामिश्रमतर्क्यं त्रैपुरम् अहः। अस्मत्श्रीगुरुदिव्यचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। हरिः ओम्। A very warm welcome to all the devotees of Sri Mahaganapati and also all Astikas for the divine explanation and also the divine knowledge of Sri Ganesha Sahasranama Stotra in the form of its commentary, which is given by Sri Bhaskara Raya. So, coming to the Ganesha Upasana and Sri Mahaganapati, there is a vast knowledge which is present over there. So, as we all know that we have Ganapatya, Shaiva, Shakta, Saura, Subramanya. As such upasanas are present, as Shankaracharya had made all in one place and gave us the divine Panchayatana also to do the worship of the Devatas in the form of Panchayatana. So for the knowledge of Ganesha and also for the divine explanation of the Sahasranama Bhashya, we need to learn much about Ganesha Upasana, because of as this Bhashya, not only the Bhashya and also the Sahasranama itself comes from the Upasana Khanda of Sri Ganesha Purana. So from the Ganesha Purana itself, the Sahasranama comes from the Upasana Khanda. So whenever we look at into the explanation of at least one name of Sri Mahaganapati given in the Sahasranama Stotra, in the Bhashya of Sri Bhaskara Raya, we can conclude that only with the knowledge of the Sanskrit terminology we can't explain those terms. The Sahasranama Stotra itself is a profound and also a great divine knowledge which comes from the Mahaganapati he himself. So Ganesha himself is giving the divine Sahasranama Stotra. Whereas whenever we look into the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra, it comes from the Vasinyadi Vagdevatas, and whenever we look at into the Ganesha Sahasranama, it is coming from the Ganesha he himself. So in the Ganesha Sahasranama Stotra, there are many names which can't be explained by only the terminology whatever it is used in the Bhashya. So we need a help from the Guru or else a help from one who got a Siddhi in his Upasana. So the one who got his Siddhi in his Upasana is Sri Bhaskara Raya, undoubtedly. So he himself gave a commentary for this divine Sahasranama for all the Namas, and he gave the name for this Bhashya as Khatyota Bhashya. Coming to Ganapati, Ganapati is the one who stays in the Mooladhara Chakra. So, Tam Mooladhare Sthitos Nityam, says the Ganapati Atharva Sirisham. In the Ganapati Atharva Sirisham itself, it states that Ganapati stays in the Mooladhara Chakra. So, in Mooladhara Chakra, he stays in the form of Shakti. Tam Shaktitrayatmakaha. So, the yogis who had done the darshana of Sri Mahaganapati has stated that Ganapati is in the form of Kundalini in the Mooladhara Chakra. So, the base point where the Ganapati is starting is in the form of Kundalini itself. So, that topic is a very vast topic, as we all know. Coming to the Ganapati Tattva, the whole names of Ganapati, whatever given in the Sahasranama, explains the Swarupa of Sri Vallabha Mahaganapati, who is the Mahaganapati himself. He is in the Swarupa of Bija Pura Gadeyakshu Karmakaruja Chakrabja Pashotpalaha Prishyagrasvavishan Aratna Kalasat Prodyuttakaram Boruha Dhyeyo Vallabhaya Savatmagaraya Sishtoj Vishvotpatti Vipatti Samsthitikaraha Vignesa Ishtartataha. So Ganapati is in the form of the one who has over the 10 hands and holding with the Prakriti and the Purushayudhas in all the hands, and whereas he has Vallabha Devi on his side of him. So there he has the Vallabha Devi. That Vallabha Swarupa of Sriman Mahaganapati is completely explained in this Sahasranama Stotra. So, who is Ganapati? First question which arises is Ganapati. Who is Ganapati? So, Ganapati is the one who is Pati for all the Ganas. That means, let us take the human body. If a human body needs to run, then there are Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Jnanendriyas, and there is Manas, and there are many, most of the other things which are included to run this one body. So, all these Indriyas and all the Karmendriyas and all these Panchendriyas along with the Manas, these all are handled by the person who is present in the Atman. So the person who tries to move us is the one, is the Parabrahma in one himself or herself. So that Parabrahma in the form of Vignakarta and Vignaharta is Sri Vallabha Mahaganapati or Sri Mahaganapati. So the one who is the leader for all the Vignas and also the one who is the leader to cut all the Vignas is also Sri Mahaganapati. So Ganapati is the Paramatma Swarupa. That means he is the complete Swarupa of a Parabrahma Chaitanya. Because of to run this world, not only this world, even to run most of the tasks by us also, there are many Vignas which are evolving around us. So to solve all those Vignas, the Swarupa of Sri Parabrahma had taken the Swarupa of Sri Mahaganapati, and Mahaganapati is the one who is also the Sakshat Parabrahma Swarupa and who holds all the Vignas and who holds everything. So Vishvotpatti Vipatti Samsthitikaraha, he is the one who creates the universe, he is the one who does the Vishvotpatti Vipatti, who does the Laya and also who does the Sthiti, Vishvotpatti Vipatti Samsthitikaraha. So whenever we look at into the order, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya is to be said. But whenever we look at into the Dhyana Sloka which has been done the Darshana by the Rishis, there itself we are getting a knowledge that he is the one who is doing the sthiti. As we look at into it, Vishwotpatti is coming first. Then next, Vishwotpatti Vipatti. So to do the laya. And then next, Vishwotpatti Vipatti Samsthitikaraha. So why the order is getting reversed is the Ganapati is the one who is the Swarupa of Sri Mahavishnu, he himself. So Ganapati is the one of the Sampurna Swarupa of Sri Mahavishnu. So there is a Vrittanta, and where we can know that why Mahaganapati is the Swarupa of Sri Mahavishnu. During the marriage of Sri Kalyana Mahotsava of Sri Parvati Parameshwara, Vishnumurti has arrived to that place, and Vishnumurti got an opinion that what happens if I am a son to Sri Parvati Parameshwara. So he got a bhava to come in the form of a putra for getting the affection and also the divine grace of Parvati Parameshwara. Vishnumurti thought to what happens if I get in the form of a putra to Parvati and Parameshwara in his mind. So Parvati Devi had known this, and she gave a promise that he would be completely get affectionated by the divine grace and also the love of Sri Parvati Parameshwara as his parents in the form of Sri Vallabha Mahaganapati and also the Lakshmi Ganapati Swarupa. So this is also a Vrittanta where we can find in the Shastras. So in such a way, Ganapati he himself had come in the form of Sri Mahavishnu along with his Patni Mahalakshmi in the form of Vallabha Devi, and whereas Ganesha is he himself in the Swarupa of Vishnu, Sri Mahavishnu, where he holds the Chandrabimba at his forehead. So as he holds the Prakriti and the Purushayidas on both the sides, he is the one who is the Swarupa of Prakriti and Purusha. So he is the one who is present in Prakriti and Purusha, but he is not the Prakriti Purusha. So that's why he has a elephant face, which says that he is the one who is present in the Prakriti and the Purusha, but he is Atita to it. That means he is different from these Prakriti and Purusha as having in a face of an elephant. So elephant is one of the sthana for the Lakshmi, like it is a position for the Lakshmi sthana, for the prosperity. In the most of the temples also we can observe the Gaja Puja which will be performed in the most of the temples. So Ganapati is present in the form of an elephant. So as Saguna Brahma, whenever we watch him, he is present in that Swarupa. As a Nirguna Brahma also, whenever we see Ganapati, so Ganapati is present in the form of Haridra Ganapati, which means when we make with turmeric powder, with the turmeric we make Ganapati before starting of any karmas and do the puja of Sri Mahaganapati. So whenever we look at into it, there is a great knowledge which is included inside that the one to whom we are praying is the Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa of Sri Mahaganapati, who is in the form of Haridra, that means the turmeric. So whenever we do the Ganapati Puja, we only put the Haridra itself. There itself we do all the Upajaras to Ganapati and we do the Ganapati Puja. So there we don't have any trunk or anything in the Haritra. But still we never get a doubt that why we are doing the puja to Ganapati in such a way. So here itself it states that Ganapati is in the form of Nirguna Parabrahma, and such Nirguna Parabrahma, whoever is present is present in the form of Saguna Brahma, and that Saguna Brahma who is present is the one of Swarupa of Chit Shakti, and who got evolved in the whole Prakriti in the Swarupa of Saguna, and also, as well as also the Nirguna Parabrahma Chaitanya. In the Mahaganapati Upasana itself, the Gurus say that if one can able to do the Mahaganapati Upasana properly, then he will be able to get the grace of all the deities or all the devatas who are present in all the Vidyas. So Mahaganapati, he is the Ganapati itself. The Ganapati itself, it states that all the Ganas whichever is present, he is the Pati to them. So he is also the Ganapati, Brahmanaspati, that means Bruhaspati, Vachaspati, whatnot. So coming to the Ganapati, he is also the speaker. That means he is also the speaker of words. So Vachaspati, he is also Pati for the Vakshakti, Parapratchakchiti Rupa, Pashyanti Pradevata, Madhyama Vaikhari Rupa, as said. So whatever the Vakshaktis are present, so for all those, Ganapati is the Pati for those Vakshakti also, so he is the Vachaspati. Then next, he is the one who is Bruhaspati. Ganapati is also the Swarupa of Guru. So Guru Swarupa is Ganapati. So there are many Gurus, Buddha Shri Mahaganapati, Surya Shri Mahaganapati, and coming from there to the Shri Guru, who gives the Upadesa of Shri Mahaganapati, is also the Swarupa of Shri Mahaganapati himself. So itself states that Ganapati is the Swarupa of Guru. So whenever we do the Upasana of Shri Mahaganapati or Shri Vallabha Ganapati, he gives a great knowledge that the Mantra Swarupa and also the Yantra Swarupa and also the Devata Swarupa and the Guru Swarupa are the same. So one can get into such a great order by the Divyanugraha of Ganapati. So there are many suktas. Coming to the Upanishad, we have Ganapati, Atharvashirsha Upanishad. So whenever we have the Upanishad itself, whenever it is present, then there is an Upasana of that deity in the form of the deity whichever is present in the Upanishad. So in the Ganapati Bhashya, the Bhaskar Raya also states many references coming from the Ganapati Atharvashirsha Upanishad. So whenever we try to understand the Swarupa of Ganapati in the form of Atharvashirsha, there itself, Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. So Ganapati is the Swarupa of the one which is said to be the Mahavakyas. So in the Mahavakya Swarupa, that Tattvamasi, whatever the Vakya is present, Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. So that Swarupa is Ganapati. And also Sarvan Jagadidan Tvatto Jayate, Sarvan Jagadidan Tvattashtishtati, Sarvan Jagadidan Tvayalayam Eshyati. The world comes from him, the world goes to him, and the world is balanced by him. So, Tvam Brahmastvam, Vishnustvam, Rudrastvam, Indrastvam, Agnistvam, Vayustvam, Suryastvam, Chandramastvam, Brahmavurбhavasvaram. So, he is the Swarupa of all the Chaitanyas, whichever it is present. So, Ganapati is such a great deity who is present in the Upasana Marga, to get not only the Brahma Vidya and also to remove all the obstacles whichever present in our life. And for a human being, it is common that he need to get the Chaturveda Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Whenever we get stick to Ganapati or the Ganapati Upasana, or whenever a one is devoted to Ganapati himself, then one can understand that one can get a lifestyle with a dharma, and to reach the Sayutsya of moksha by the help of Ganapati, and also by getting the both artha and kama by the dharma itself. So Ganapati gives a dharmic way to get the Chaturveda Purushartha, so that the phala will be given by Sri Mahaganapati. So Ganapati is such a deity where we can find most of the knowledge in he himself, where all the tattvas are present in him. So there are many swarupas of Ganapati which are explained in the Mantra Shastra. So there are more than 7 crore swarupas are also present. So Saptakoti Mahamantra. So there are more than 7 crore Mahamantras are present for the Ganapati. But if one does the Upasana of Sri Mahaganapati, that is equivalent to more than the Swarupas of that those many Ganapatis who are present. So Ganesha is the one who gives the completeness to one's own Upasana and also one's own life towards their marga, towards their marga, either to dharma or the artha or the moksha. So depending upon the obstacles which are present, Guru suggests each of the mantras of Ganapati for their removing of the obstacles. And whereas one to get the Sayutsya, so Guru suggests the Mahaganapati, so that one can get the Bhoga and the Moksha by the Anugraha of Sri Mahaganapati. So, Upasakanang Karyartham. Why do Ishvara does such a Maya Vilasa and form these many Rupas, if anyone asks us? So the answer is to give his grace to the Bhaktas or the Upasakas who are present is the answer for the question. So Ganapati Bhaktanu Kampinan Devam Jagatkarana Machyutam. So he is the one Jagatkarana Machyutam. He found because of for his Bhaktas only. So for his Bhaktas sake, he came forward and took the form of a deity as a Saguna Brahma, and he is getting worshipped by all of us. So there are many Swarupas, there are many temples, and there are many Rupas associated with Sri Mahaganapati. And coming to the divine Bhashya of Sri Ganapati Sahasranama Stotram is completely given by Sri Bhaskara Raya, as we known before. And he also said that it is said to be the Khadyota Bhashya. So in the coming sessions, we can know why it is said to be the Khadyota Bhashya. And over here, we have many Swarupas of Mahaganapati in the Sahasranama Stotra, and which gives a great knowledge and also great ideology towards the Upasana or the worship of Sri Mahaganapati or the Vallabha Mahaganapati. This divine Sahasranama Bhashya is given by Sri Bhaskara Raya. So Bhaskara Raya, as we all know, he is the one who gave the Bhashya for the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra also in the form of Saubhagya Bhaskaram. So he is also a great Sri Vidya Siddha Purusha, and who does his Upasana in the form where there is no differentiation between him and the Parashakti Maha Tripura Sundari. So such a great Upasaka had given us the divine Sahasranama Stotra, and this Sahasranama Stotra Bhashya of Lalita Sahasranama, and also the Ganesha Sahasranama is given by Bhaskar Raya himself. So he belongs to the Gotra of Vishwamitra Gotra, and he belongs to the 17th century. He completed his Bhashya of Sri Lalita Sahasranama in the Ashveja Masa of the year 1728. So he was born to Gambhira Raya and also Bharati. So they both, Gambhira Raya was the Asthana Vidwan of Bijapura Rajya. So this information was given in the Vishnurama Prasunanjali. So in that book regarding the family of Shri Bhaskara Raya is given, and Gambhira Raya along with his wife got the Shri Vidya Diksha from the Narayana Pandita, so who is the Guru of Shri Gambhira Raya. So Bhaskar Raya's mother Konamamba is a great upasaka of Shri Suryanarayana Murti, and she had done the Saura Upasana for a long time, and by the grace of Suryanarayana Murti, the Bhaskara Raya had born. So for that reason, the parents of Shri Bhaskara Raya had given the name of Shri Suryanarayana Murti as the name of Bhaskara Raya. So the Upanayana Samskara of Shri Bhaskara Raya has done in the Kasi, in the Varanasi Kshetra, and his Upasana is present in such a way that by the age of 7 years he would be able to give an explanation of Lord Sarabheshwara. So by the age of 7 he gave the complete awareness of Lord Sarabheshwara to the people who asked about Lord Sarabha. So coming to the education and what the Bhaskar Raya had learnt from the Guru of Nrisimha Dwari, Shri Bhaskar Raya learned Nyaya, Tarka, Dhanurveda, Ayurveda. Along with that, he learned the 18 Shastras under Shri Nrisimha Dwari. Then next, he went to Shubhadatta Shukla, and from there he got his Shri Vidya Diksha from his Guru Sri Shubhadatta Shukla. So he has done his Upasana under him for most of the years, and most of the people who would love to do Tarka, that means Vadana we call it. So for that most of the people used to come to the Guru of Shri Bhaskara Raya. So whenever the Guru of Bhaskara Raya got old, such a situation came where the people are ready to debate with Shivadatta Shukla, but unfortunately Shivadatta Shukla got old and he was unable to do the debate. So Bhaskara Raya has been sent by the Shivadatta Shukla. So Bhaskar Raya used to easily defeat them by his debate and also by his Vak Shakti. So by such a grace, Bhaskar Raya was given Sampurna Diksha Vidhi by his Guru and given the name of Bhasuranandanatha. So he also studied the Atharvana Veda also, and he got married, and his wife name was Padmavatyambika or Parvati. So there is a saying that he also done the Soma Yaga and also the Jyotishtoma Yaga. So, in such a way, Bhaskaraya had learned most of the Shastras and done his Upasana, and he belongs to the Narayan Pet over Mahbub Nagar, which is present nearby the Hyderabad. So, he also wrote Saubhagya Chandrodaya Kathyota, which is nothing but the Kathyota Bhashyam is nothing but the Ganesha Sahasranama Stotram, and he also wrote a commentary on the Tripuropanishad and on the Srividya Rahasya and Guptavati, Saubhagya Bhaskara, Chandrabhaskara, Nyaya Mandana, Chandavaskara. So, in the Vedanta Shastra also, he wrote many of the greatest ever granthas which are highly remarkable for the students who learn Vedanta. So, this is a brief introduction about the Sahasranama Stotra and also a little bit introduction to Sri Mahaganapati Tattva.